Yes, ma'am.
Do you have permission to fly Afghans from Kabul to the United States or only to a third country? And is that what the holdup was?
That was not what the holdup was. The sites at Qatar were just at capacity. There was just no room to flow in additional people. Now, Jen, for special immigrant visa applicants who are already in that process, they will be flown back to the United States, and you've seen that we've done this at Fort Lee. We've announced Fort McCoy and Fort Bliss will be able to receive additional SIV applicants. For those who aren't in the SIV applicant process, there's been no final determination about whether they will be able to come right back to the United States again or in what timetable. That's a whole different category that we'd be dealing with, essentially people that are not part of that, technically part of that process. So that's something we'll be working out with the State Department.
John, what is your current estimate for how many al-Qaeda are inside Afghanistan?
I haven't seen an estimate on that. I don't know. We have an exact estimate.
Military intelligence estimates about how many al-Qaeda remain in Afghanistan.
We know that al-Qaeda is a presence, as well as ISIS, in Afghanistan, and we've talked about that for quite some time. We do not believe it is exorbitantly high, but we don't have an exact figure for you. As I think you might understand, Jen, it's not like they carry identification cards and register somewhere. We don't have a perfect picture. And our ability, our intelligence gathering ability in Afghanistan isn't what it used to be because we aren't there in with the same numbers that we used to be.
But the president just said that there is no al-Qaeda presence in Afghanistan. That does not seem to be correct.
What we don't think is that what we believe is that there isn't a presence that is significant enough to merit a threat to our homeland as there was back on 9/11 20 years ago.
The president also said there is no national security interest, no national interest in Afghanistan. I'm a little confused by that. Can you explain why there's no national interest in Afghanistan? Why did we have troops there for 20 years if there's no national interest in Afghanistan?
We had a significant interest in being in Afghanistan to our national security 20 years ago. You've heard the president talk about this. The goal was to defeat and decimate al-Qaeda, also to prevent al-Qaeda from launching attacks on the homeland from Afghanistan, and we did that. We did that and a whole heck of a lot more over the course of 20 years, and to include helping with social, political, economic, just progress in Afghanistan. The president decided that it was time to end this conflict, that there was really only two choices because of the May 1 deadline: either plus up, because after May 1st we would come under attack by the Taliban, and we hadn't since the Doha Agreement had been signed, or go ahead and complete the drawdown. And the decision was made to complete the drawdown. Now, obviously, we're still going to maintain an overwatch vigilance with respect to the counterterrorism threat emanating out of Afghanistan. And if we need to, we will take action to eliminate and defeat that threat.
John, you just said that you don't have intelligence on the ground in Afghanistan anymore. How are you going to have Overwatch and you still have al-Qaeda in the country?
Jen, what I said was we don't have the degree of dexterity intelligence to be able to give you a head count, a nose count of exactly how many al-Qaeda fighters are in Afghanistan. Nobody's walking away from the fact that they aren't there, and we're certainly going to maintain as much vigilance as we can, absent a presence on the ground. The other thing I would say, Jen, is our intelligence capability. It's more difficult if you don't have boots on the ground.